Is KLEA Hobbs Lovington, the greatest hits of all time. Cool, not only on the greatest hits of all time. Cool 95.7 of all time. Cool 95.7.
At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
I'm heading out to catch a game with my friends. I don't want to die.
It's girls' night out. I don't want to die.
We're going to my son's house for dinner. I don't want to die.
Too many innocent victims die because of drunk driving. The senseless loss of life must stop. It's up to you to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
Have a new Medicare plan or enrolled for the first time? United Healthcare's Karen Deutsch shares tips on getting more from your Medicare benefits this year.
First, be proactive with preventative services covered by Medicare, like certain cancer screenings and an annual wellness visit. Don't delay this vital care. When it comes to prescription drugs, look into home delivery and a 3-month supply of medications. Switching to generic drugs or drugs on a lower tier of your plan's formulary might also help you save. Next, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, many offer extras not covered by original Medicare, like dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Lastly, you can also explore opportunities for flexible care settings with your Medicare Advantage plan, like virtual care offerings or the House Calls program from United Healthcare, which provides a yearly visit from a healthcare practitioner in the convenience of your home. Take advantage of all of your Medicare plan has to offer to help you stay healthy, save money, and embrace the year ahead.
For more information, visit uhcmedicarenewsroom.com. That's uhcmedicarenewsroom.com.
Furnished by United Healthcare.
Cool 95.7.
Charlie Fairbrush and the voice of the Eunice Cardinals, Jimmy Jones.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports and the quarterfinal round of the 2024 Nucinda Credit Union Boys State Basketball Tournament. We are live for the round of 8 as 8 teams remain here at the Rio Rancho Event Center, previously the Santa Ana Star Center. And as TJ mentioned, we are high above the court. They've got us in a booth overlooking. It's a pretty good view, but for old folks like me, my eyes may deceive me trying to call some numbers. We are excited. Once again, I'm Jimmy Jones alongside the Thumb, Charlie Fairbrush. Welcome, Charlie.
Good morning, everybody. And we're here for some basketball today. We got some championship basketball. Looks like the boys are out there just getting warmed up, and we're ready for some hoops.
And, of course, we've got the man, the myth, the legend. This man is Moby Dick of sports broadcasting. It's the man, TJ Miracle. Welcome, TJ.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Looking forward to this one, and I don't know about the whole legend thing. I just run the tech pretty much.
He's the GOAT. You know, there's the argument over whether it's LeBron or MJ, but in our booth, it's TJ. So we appreciate you very much. Appreciate your assistance here and taking care of us as you always do. We appreciate it. The Cardinals enter this matchup after the greatest regular season in Eunice boys basketball since the 1970s and one of the greatest seasons in Eunice since the early 1970s. A trip to the Final Four would be something that has only happened once since 1976 for the Cardinals. There was a time when Eunice was considered a basketball powerhouse, winning state championships in 1976, 1971, 69, 68, and 58. Those were the glory days of Eunice hoops, which included names like Joe Langston, Tom Pippen, Lee Leonard, Joe Hall, the Grubers, Mike Harvey, Bruce Carver, Randy Fowler, the Jones family, the Corral family, Barteet, Prather, Ward, Stolting, Coburn, Bryant, and so many others. Eunice was a force to reckon with on the hardwood back in those days. Since those days, Eunice has maintained that level of competitiveness on the football field and on the baseball field, but the Cardinals have only made the semifinals twice since 1976. The 1989 team lost on a buzzer beater in the semifinals against the eventual state champs. The 1984 team lost in a nail-biter of a game as well. Both those teams went on to capture the third place championship that they used to give back in those days. They no longer do that. Eunice has made the state tournament several times over the last 30 years. Pecos has been the Cardinal kryptonite over the last decade or so in the state playoffs. Pecos has built a basketball dynasty over the last decade. They've won 4 in a row from 2017 to 2020. They knocked Eunice out of the playoffs right here in Rio Rancho during this same round 1 year ago. They also knocked the Cardinals out of a state playoff run with some great names like Avante Stevens, Cameron Santa Cruz, Brandon Miller, Christian Larea, and so many others when they made a run in 2017. A packed house saw Pecos take down the Cardinals that year as well. So this year's Cardinals are led by Coach Mason McBee and a load of seniors. This team is very senior heavy. They are led by starters like Ashton Thompson. Thompson is one of the greatest scorers to wear the Eunice uniform in the last 20 years. He's fast, he's athletic, and he's capable of putting 30 plus on the board any given night. He's averaging well over 20 a night. He comes from a long list of Thompsons, including one of our great sponsors, Guns Up Services. So thank you to them and their family for not only sponsoring, they also send us some athletes. Next is the gunslinger, Billy the Kid Blevins. The sharpshooting senior can flat out stroke it from deep. He's about 6'2". He's long. He plays good defense. He can shoot over the top of smaller defenders. And when he crosses the half-court line, he's in range. Jorge Gomez is one of 2 Gomez brothers that can flat out play. They control the paint. They're long, athletic, at about 6'3", 6'4". Both of them can get to the rim, but they can both step outside and knock it down from the outside. For Pecos, the defending state champions seem to have just another reload year, and that seems to happen for them every year. Pecos had a ton of seniors last year. I thought they'd probably be a down year for them, and then suddenly here they came late in the season. Pecos is a school that does not have football, therefore basketball is king. It's hoops all year round. They were loaded with seniors, as I mentioned, but they've reloaded again, and they've got several seniors on the team, including number 22, Joshua Gonzalez. He's the coach's son. He's the captain. He is the heartbeat of this Pecos team. This team lives and dies by the 3. I looked at the clock when I first started. They had put 10 minutes up, and at some point while I was speaking, they put a bunch more time up. So now I looked up, and it's like there's more time now than when I started speaking there. So anyway, TJ, you've got to watch a lot of basketball and do this a lot of times. Any thoughts from you as to what Eunice needs to do here?
Well, I think it's going to be very important. And you mentioned that Eunice has the ability to control the paint with the Gomez brothers, and I think in a team that lives and dies by the 3, which Pecos does, you said it well. They've got to cover up those shooters, but they've also got to use their inside presence to establish that, and that will open up their shooters on the outside. Pecos, as you mentioned, is going to press, take care of the ball. You know how to break the press. You've played teams like this before in Lovington, especially very similar the way they want to run. So if you can work the paint, get the rebounds you need on defense and offense too, because it's important to have those second looks, get your outside shooters going, and contain their shooters, I think it'll be a good day for the red and white.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that if Eunice can take care of the basketball and control the paint, that is what we need to do. This Eunice team can shoot it from deep as well. Ashton Thompson is a young man that broke the 1,000-point mark earlier this season. It's a young man that broke that mark even with that COVID season his freshman year where he really didn't get to have many games. So basically in 2.5 seasons, he broke that 1,000-point mark. That young man has been averaging 3 or 4 threes a game with Billy Blevins. Blevins is a streaky shooter. He's capable. He's shown in games in the past that he can step out there and knock down 7, 8, 9 threes in a game. He's done that multiple times. Then the next 2 or 3 games, he may come out cold and not hit anything. And so it depends on which Blevins steps out here today. If the hot Blevins gets out on the court, it could really be a game changer for the Cardinals.
Well, it certainly could. And as you mentioned, Billy is definitely one of those. He's a streak shooter, but if he gets the hot hand, I would expect Coach Mason McBee to really look to ride that hot hand. He's done it all year, and he's really done that since he took over the program. He doesn't necessarily all the time play to what you would think of as his system. He looks for the kids who are playing well, keeps them in, and lets them roll until they prove they can't.
Yeah, and as we're sitting here, I'm looking at the audience. There's a pretty good crowd of Eunice folks. I just saw Bruce Carver standing over there hugging folks, shaking folks. Bruce Carver's part of the last state championship team in Eunice, the longtime Hobbs AD turned Rio Rancho AD. He was at the helm of the Hobbs basketball programs during their four-peat with Ronald Ross and the Henrys and all of that group. Bruce Carver, part of that 1976 teams that included Dickie Flowers, Chris Barteet, Joey Harvey, David Cottrell, Paul Jones, Dean Crowell, Steve Prather, Mitch Cooper, and Bobby Thrash, just to name some of the ones that folks have sent me. So I appreciate Dean Crowell and everyone who sent me information on those. There are some of those people here in attendance wanting to see this Eunice program and see if they are living up to the hype that seems to be floating around Eunice boys basketball right now.
Well, they're having a fantastic year, and we talk about the Lee County connections up here with Bruce Carver being on that last state championship team, and then the longtime AD here at Rio Rancho Schools. I wished he still was, but that's a whole other discussion to have at some point. But Pecos for a while was coached by Coach Gilmore, who was the longtime coach at Hobbs and reeled off all those state championships there after Coach Ralph Tasker retired. He only lasted at Pecos, I think, a season, but he got them into the Final Four that year before he bowed out, and I'm trying to remember who took them out. I think it was one of the Lee County teams actually that year, but it's been too many years since that was. But another Lee County connection kind of with Pecos, formerly coached by Russ Gilmore.
Yeah, and this Eunice team, I've talked about it all season. They've had one heck of a season, 23-5. They went undefeated in district. Those 23 wins are the most wins by a Eunice team since, I believe, the 1970s. I looked up some of the best seasons in Eunice history. The best record I can find is 1971 under Coach Benny Jones. They were 29-2, and they won the state championship that year as well. People like Dave Jones, Mike Harvey, Rex Stoltling, Mike Colburn, James Ward, Tom Graves, Jordan Langley, Erdworm, Baker, Grotto, and more. Once again, Coach Benny Jones. That year, that team scored 134 points in a game. They averaged almost 90 points per game that year, which the best I can find are still records for scoring in Eunice basketball history. I was looking, I believe that year where they went 29-2, one of their only losses was to Hobbs varsity by like 3 points. And that tells you the quality of basketball they were playing back then, for sure. So, just because I like to throw it out there every now and then, on the girls' side, the best records in Eunice girls basketball history: 27-3 and 27-4 in 2016-17 by another guy by the name of Jones as well. Was the head coach
we had
during those years. So, anyway, my last coaching gig was spent standing on the sidelines right here in this place. Charlie mentioned it earlier. this is also a hockey arena. They've got the hockey ice down, which is something in most years they don't when we're up here, or haven't in the last couple of years that I've been up here. They've actually got the ice still down. They just covered the ice, put the floor on it, so it's pretty cool down there courtside. If you'll notice down there, you've got like Coach Mason McBee. He's wearing a jacket. Most everybody down there is bundled up pretty good. It's pretty cool in here sitting on that ice.
It is just a little bit. I know we did the Tatum game up here yesterday morning, and I was like, yep, the ice is still down because I couldn't feel my feet by the time the game was done. We were down on the floor yesterday morning. We're up top today, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit chilly in here for the rest of the games that are happening. Eunice hopes this is the only game they have here. They hope they're moving on to the pit in a couple of days. But on Saturday, they're going to flip this one from basketball to a concert arena and put that down on top of the ice, too, which is always an adventure. You know, Lil Wayne will be here. We gave away tickets, as a matter of fact.
I started to put on my Flavor Flav chain and come up here and watch Lil Wayne Saturday night. But anyway, I decided I probably couldn't get tickets. But anyway, it ought to be an exciting week of basketball. The Hobbs girls pulled off a gritty, rough win last night. They had a heck of a game. The Tatum girls with a big win yesterday. Trying to think of who else. Did the Lovington boys, did they play yesterday?
They play this afternoon. Matter of fact, as soon as we're wrapped up here, Don Morgan, yours truly, we're going to be hauling butt out to the pit, which is forever and a day from here. But we'll get there in time for that one at 3 o'clock on our sister station, KZOR.
All right, and so earlier, just before the last game, you had Texaco and Tularosa that went head-to-head. It was a 1-point game with 17 seconds on the clock. Tularosa went on to win that game and send the Wolverines crawling back to eastern New Mexico.
Yeah, they were tied at halftime.
Yeah, it was a heck of a ball game.
Of course, the winner of this game will take on the winner of that game at 8 o'clock on Thursday morning at the pit. Not Thursday, Friday morning at the pit.
That's right. That's right. So, with us, a win here would put you facing Tularosa, correct?
That is correct. So we'd like to have a shot at those Wildcats, even if it is the 8 a.m. game.
Yeah, that 8 a.m. stuff's not always fun, but sometimes it's I look at it both ways. As a coach, when I was up here, sometimes it's all right because what you find yourself doing when you come up here is just sitting around in gyms watching basketball or walking around some mall or something like that. And so sometimes it's better to get up in the morning, play, and get it over with. That way you don't have time to sit around all day getting stiff and thinking about it. So both teams headed to their bench area right now. And looks like we've got about a minute and a half on the clock, getting ready to get started here as your Eunice Cardinals are facing the Pecos Panthers. Pecos has been the juggernaut of 2 and 3A basketball over the last decade plus. And so we'll see if the Eunice Cardinals are for real here shortly.
And let's find out. We will take a timeout and come back after the national anthem for the starting lineups in the tip-off. You're listening to the Eunice Cardinals on the KPZA Facebook page, HobbsAmerica.com, and right here on KLEA, Hobbs Lovington, Cool 95.7.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360. Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center, getting ready for the start of this boys 2A quarterfinal matchup between your Eunice Cardinals and the Pecos Panthers. Thanks for being with us. Today's game on Cool 95.7, the Cool 95.7 app, HobbsAmerica.com, and audio only on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. And as we get ready to tip this one off, here's Jimmy Jones.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports and the Nucinda Credit Union 2A Boys State Basketball Championship. This is the round of 8, the quarterfinals, as some would call it. Eunice versus Pecos. I've got Charlie Fairbrush here. Charlie, any thoughts as they're making the announcements of the two teams and intro and everyone?
Well, our boys are ready for some basketball. They're out there warming up. Look like they're hitting a bunch of their threes, and we just got to keep that moving on into the game and play some defense. I think the boys are excited. And like you said, Pecos has been our nemesis. We got to get past Pecos.
Yeah, I go back to talking about those girls' years. It seemed like Texaco was just always that thorn in our side.
Couldn't get up
and
over that hurdle.
Has been the thorn in the side for the Cardinals over the last decade. And so this is a big game for the Cardinals. A big obstacle in their path is this Pecos Panther team. And so, but I will tell you, I've watched a lot of Cardinal teams through the years. This group is well-balanced a team. Mm-hmm. They've got length. They can shoot it from the outside. They've got speed. They've got some physical players down low with people like Jose Calvillo, who just introed. Braylon Jeter. They've got all of the pieces to the puzzle. It's just a matter of having them all there on the floor at the same time. I think the Cardinals have got as good a chance here tonight as they've ever had. I mean, of course, in seeding, they're the favorite. They are the home team.
Right. And the thing is, they just got to get over we've had some slow starts. We can't have a slow start today. We need to get out there and start playing right away.
Yeah, last year, TJ and I were right here on this floor for these same two teams, and the Cardinals definitely had a slow start in that game. It didn't take just a few minutes, and we looked down and went, uh-oh. And that was kind of the way we felt most of the game was, uh-oh.
We just need to start off like that drag car and keep it up.
Yeah.
Just pedal to the metal.
Well, and sometimes, as you see in teams like the Hobbs Lady Eagles, that experience of just being here means a lot. A lot of these kids from both teams had that experience last year. Of course, Pecos, the defending champs. So here we go. Both teams are on the floor. For the Cardinals, you've got Blevins, you've got both Gomez's, Garcia, and Ashton Thompson, all seniors except for the junior, Luis Gomez. There's the tip. The ball's in the air. Gets deflected out of bounds, and let's see which way they're going to point. They're going to point Pecos way, so it's going to be Pecos ball. Joshua Gonzalez, number 22, to throw it in. He throws it in up top, and I can't see that number. They swing it over to this right
13,
side, into the hands of the top of the key of the point guard, and man, I'm going to struggle, I can tell you, with numbers for Pecos with that green on black.
Yeah, it's a little difficult with the colors.
I'm going to try to mark some of these as we get going. Running down the left side is Pecos guard. I believe that's 22. He swings
22.
it up top to 14. That's Quintana. Quintana crosses over, heads down the paint, throws up a double-handed floater, partially blocked by both Gomez's, rebounded by Kevin Garcia, and here comes the Cardinals. Ashton Thompson out on the left wing, gets it to Luis Gomez in the corner, and they call him for the travel on the jab and go.
They've been looking for that little extra slide and that little extra jab. That has gotten a lot of players all year, I think, at every level.
Eunice in the full court pressure, deflects the pass. Pecos able to get through it, bringing it over is Quintana to the right side. He swings it back up top to Gonzalez. Gonzalez pump fakes, gives it over to the left side. Can't tell who that is, and then they give it right back to him. Coming down the paint, a little skip through Lou. A shot is up from the corner. That's number 13, I believe.
Yeah, that's Ragland.
Ragland. I didn't even have him on my players to watch, but he sinks the three. Eunice coming back the other way, trailing 3-0. Luis Gomez with the ball on the right wing. Pump fakes, crosses through, drops it off to Kevin Garcia. He loses it for just a minute, picks it up, throws it cross court to Ashton Thompson. Ashton Thompson out here on the left wing, gives it up to Luis Gomez. He's going to pull for three. His three won't go, and there is a whistle on the floor. I believe we have a foul called on Pecos down low.
That's on 22.
They said Kevin Vigil, so 23.
Oh, 23.
And so Eunice to throw it in, that's Garcia. He throws it down low. Going up for the shot was Jorge Gomez. He gets his own rebound, and on the putback gets fouled. He's going to go to the line, and that is one area where Eunice will definitely have the advantage, is down in the bottom. We just got to finish those gimmies. So going to the line will be Jorge Gonzalez or Jorge Gomez. He steps in there ready to go. His first one won't go. So missing his first. The big game jitters here kind of looking like they're scaring us a little bit. We got to relax and play basketball. Stepping back in there is Gomez. That one's off the front of the rim. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Looked like it come into the hands of Ashton Thompson. No, that's coming into the game is Melanson. So Melanson's come in, trying to see who went out. It had to be one of the Gomez's. They get it down to Jorge. He turns around with the fadeaway and buries it. Jorge Gomez with the fadeaway two. It was contested, and he puts it in. Pecos pushing it back the other way. Eunice in the full court pressure. A three is up. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be last touch by Pecos. Going to be Eunice ball.
Going to be important for Eunice to get back in transition. Pecos is going to be looking to get those open shooters, and they do not hesitate when they get an open look.
Pecos in that 1-2-1-1 or diamond and one trap. Eunice trying to break the pressure. They get it across the timeline. Here goes Ashton Thompson. He's going to run to the rim. Kicks it out to Billy Blevins, who pulls for three. It won't go. The rebound and the putback by Ashton Thompson for two. Eunice now leads 4-3. Pecos coming the other way. Once again, just like TJ said, they're trying to push it. Melanson with the steal on the turnover from Pecos. Eunice going to get it to Thompson. He brings it up the left side. Driving through the middle. Kicks it out to Garcia, who shoots the three, and he sinks it. Kevin Garcia splashes the three. Eunice with the 7-3 lead.
Big game right there. Big series as the Pecos Panthers had collapsed in to try and stop the Gomez's from coming into the paint. It left Garcia wide open.
Gonzalez dribbles through the middle, throws up a shot. It won't go. Rebounded by Ashton Thompson, but he throws it right to Pecos. A double clutch shot is up and no good. The rebound on the backside, I believe that is Nicholas Ruiz for two, and it's a 5-7 game. Here comes Eunice across the timeline. Thompson with it out on the right side. Gives it to Blevins near the top of the key, and he throws it away, trying to get it down low. Here comes Pecos pushing it up. Billy Blevins steals it back. So Blevins grabs the steal back the other way, and now Blevins is going to bring the ball up the floor. Blevins closely guarded by Gonzalez. Swings it over to the right side to Garcia. Garcia throws it down low. A beautiful pass, and laying it in is Jorge Gomez for two more. Eunice leads 9-5. Working hard to make a living. Here comes Pecos back the other way. A shot from NBA range is no good. Rebounded by number 13. That's Ragland. He dribbles out to the right side, drops a bounce pass down to the block. They give it right back to him. He pump fakes, heads through the middle. A one-leg shot for Ragland, and he's now got 5 points. 4:07 remaining here in quarter number one. Eunice pushes it across the timeline. Here goes Thompson with a little Euro step, and he lays it in off the glass. Ashton Thompson with 4. Eunice leads 11-7.
I guess I should put the points on there.
Yeah, you should, Charlie. 3:50 remaining in quarter number one. Pecos with the ball out on the left wing, driving down the baseline. They kick it out. A wide open three is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Ashton Thompson. Cardinals with it. Thompson gives it to Blevins. Blevins going to walk it across the timeline. He crosses over, and he's going to pitch it back to Thompson. They give it to Gomez at the top of the key. Over to Garcia on the left wing. He beats his man off the dribble, runs down the paint, throws up a shot, and he's going to get fouled. Kevin Garcia, the senior, doing work here, getting to the line. 3:25 to go. It's 7-11. It's time for a big gulp.
Time for a big gulp.
1 quarter to go. Or, I'm sorry, 1 quarter. We're still in quarter number one here. 1 quarter to go. I'm getting ahead of myself 3 quarters. Kevin Garcia heads to the line. His first free throw is up, and he sinks it. Kevin Garcia looking like he's got ice water in his veins so far to start this game.
He's out there to play. I think they're kind of settling down a little bit now. They're in the first minute or so. They was all over the place. But
Garcia back to the line. His next shot is up. It rattles around, and it's going to go in. Young man's got 5 points. 3:25 to go here in quarter number one. Here comes Pecos and Gonzalez. They swing it down to Ragland. He floats it over into the middle. A shot is up. It's going to rattle around. It's going to go in. Trying to see the number on that young man with the fuzzy hairdo.
I believe that was Quintana, 14.
So Quintana, 14, picks up 2. Tough for me to see. 3:05 to go in quarter number one. 13-9 is the score. Eunice driving. That's Garcia. He gives it to Blevins. Blevins with it, drops it down to Jorge Gomez. Jorge spins around, drop steps. Now he's going to dribble out to the right side, and they're going to say a turnover there. I believe a 5-second count on Jorge Gomez.
So that'll be the 4th turnover for Eunice, but they do lead on the board 13-9 with 2:52 remaining in the first on KLEA Hobbs Lovington Eunice.
And here comes Pecos. They're going to throw it into Gonzalez. He brings it over to the right side. Pump fake, swings it across left side to Quintana. Quintana to Ragland. Ragland back to Quintana. They try to throw it down low. Thompson knocked it away. They end up back with it in the corner. A 3 is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Kevin Garcia. Garcia down there battling with the trees. Smallest man on the floor doing work. 2:25 to go here in quarter number one. They throw it down low. That is, they're going to call him for the travel. That was Melanson. Elijah Melanson had it on the block, had his man beat, probably should have went up and then stopped. And on the pump fake, they're going to call the travel. And we got a timeout on the floor. 2:19 to go here in quarter number one. Eunice 13, Pecos 9.
Back in 30 seconds on Cool 95.7.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
Back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center out of the Pecos timeout, it will be Panther basketball, and with Eunice up by 4, 2:19 remaining in the first. Here's Jimmy Jones.
All right, so here we go. Eunice with the early lead, Pecos with the ball. That is Gonzalez going to swing it back cross court. I believe that's to the other Gonzalez. They throw it down low near the top of the key. I believe that's Ruiz. Running through the middle was Ragland. A shot is up from three-point range. It won't go. Battle for the rebound comes into the hands of a Pecos Panther. The putback won't go. Another rebound into the hands. This time on the deflection was Billy Blevins coming away with it. And here come the Cardinals. Garcia picked his dribble up right at half court. He gets it over to Thompson. Thompson rips through, heads through the paint, kicks it out to Garcia. Now Gomez with it at the top of the key. They get it to Thompson in the corner. His 3 is up. It rattled all over everywhere. Rebounded by Luis Gomez. Blevins throws the ball off the hands of Gomez, and then the ball gets deflected coming back. Pecos pushing it all the way to the other end. They kick it out here on the left side to Valencia. Cross court into the hands of Gonzalez. Now Ragland for 3 in the corner, and he sinks another one. I believe that's Lawrence Ragland out there on the left side.
He got a 1-point game.
1:12 to go here in quarter number one. Eunice leads 13-12. Blevins with it out on the left wing. Back up to the top of the key to Thompson. Thompson dribbles with the right hand. Crosses over, hesitates, now runs through the middle, throws up a reverse spin layup off the glass with English. Ashton Thompson with 6 points. 15-12 is the score. 50 seconds to go in quarter number one. Ragland with it for Pecos out on the left wing. Throws it up top to Eunice. Over cross court to Valencia. And then it ends up back in the hands of Ragland, who shoots the three. It won't go. Battle for the rebound into the hands of Luis Gomez. It gets knocked out of his hands and out of bounds, and it's going to be Cardinal ball.
Eunice is doing a nice job on the glass, but they've got to work on holding on to the basketball. 6 turnovers so far, and we've still got 30 seconds left here in the first. Only 3 the other way for Pecos, but Eunice has managed to cash in on 2 of those 3 turnovers.
And Pecos is a bunch of small, quick-handed, quick-feeted people, so when we get those rebounds, they're getting in there and looking to swipe it away from us. Eunice to inbound it. Full court pressure from Pecos. High-end Castro's in the game. They give it to the high-end Castro, one of the only juniors on this group as far as the rotation goes. He runs through the middle, throws up a floater. It won't go. Rebounded by Kevin Garcia. Into the hands of Gomez, who runs down the paint. His shot up won't go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked away into the hands of Pecos. Gonzalez going to give it to Ragland. Ragland pushes it back to Gonzalez, who pump fakes, throws one up through the paint, and they're going to call Jose Calvillo for the foul in the paint. That'll send Pecos to the line to shoot 2.
So that'll be just the first team foul on Eunice. First one on Jose, obviously, but now it'll be Pecos' chance to chip into this a little bit from the line.
5 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Eunice leads 15-12. Gonzalez at the line. His first free throw sinks through, nothing but net. We got a 2-point ball game. Josh Gonzalez, my sources from Pecos had told me that he was the guy to watch. He's at the paint. So far, the guy to watch has been Lawrence Ragland. But
he's the guy not to foul. Don't foul him either.
Gonzalez' next one will not go, but Pecos going to come away with the rebound in there and then miss the putback. Eunice going to get it. The clock is going to strike 0, and at the end of one quarter, Eunice 15, Pecos 13.
We'll be back in 1 minute as Eunice Cardinal State Tournament basketball continues on Cool 95.7.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
At the Rio Rancho Event Center, second quarter of this boys 2A quarterfinal matchup. Eunice 15, Pecos 13. It'll be Pecos ball to start the quarter, and with the call, here's Jimmy Jones.
So Pecos is going to have the ball. Quick shout out to Rosendo Caballero. He's listening back home. We miss you, Rosendo.
Miss you, Rosie.
Pecos going to throw it in. They get it into one of the Raglands. There's multiple Raglands on this team. Now the ball ends up in the hands of the other one. Ragland out on the left side. Swings it all the way back up to the top of the key. Ragland with it, has it stolen away by Blevins, and they're going to say he kicked it, so they're going to give the ball back to Pecos. 7:43 to go here in the first half. Eunice leads by 2, 15-13. Eunice has done a pretty good job here. They've just struggled with some little things, finishing a couple of those little shots, whatnot. Should probably have a bigger lead than what they've got. Pecos with the ball, comes over the top of the key, swings it out to the left side. That is Gonzalez. He's going to step back for 3. It won't go. Rebounded by Luis Gomez. And here comes Ashton Thompson on the run out. He throws up a floater. It won't go. The rebound and the putback by Blevins on the backside, but they're going to call a foul on that initial shot from Thompson. That'll send Thompson to the line for 2.
Gonna whistle that on Quintana. That'll be his first personal. That'll be just the first team foul in the quarter. Still taking me forever to get used to this new team own foul system.
It is a little different. There's no doubt about it. Shout out to Jared Gladden and the Gladden family listening. We appreciate you as Ashton Thompson steps in there and makes the first one. Young man's got 7 points here early in this ball game, the senior. He's been the leading scorer for this team most of the year. He steps in and he splashes that one through, so he makes them both. He's got 8. Eunice in the full court pressure. Pecos working it back and forth between Ragland and Gonzalez. Now Ragland's going to clear everybody and just bring it down the floor. Blevins jumps out to double team. They swing it all the way to Gonzalez in the left corner, and a 3 is up, and it is good. Trying to see the number on that one.
That was number 11, Valencia.
I showed that to be his first 3. We got a 1-point ball game, 17-16 with 7 minutes to go. Garcia brings it across the timeline, closely guarded. He swings it out to Blevins on the right side. And I'm not sure what they called. They say stepped on the line?
Yeah, he stepped on the sidelines, what they indicated. So that'll be the 7th turnover for the Eunice Cardinals. Got to take better care of that basketball in a 1-point game.
So Garcia threw it to Blevins out on the right wing. It was a high pass. Blevins had to go up, stretch for it, and I guess he stepped on the line as he come down. So here comes Pecos back the other way. Got some new players in. That is number 44, Bustos, and they're going to call him for the travel. That'll be a turnover on Pecos. We exchanged turnovers right there. So Eunice to throw it in. Pecos in the full court pressure. 7:42 to go in the first half. We got a 1-point game. It's a barn burner, 17-16. Garcia throws it into Jorge Gomez. Jorge Gomez gives it back to Ashton Thompson, and now he comes across the timeline to the right wing. Stops at the top of the key, and he shoots for 3. It rattles around. It won't go, but a rebound and a putback by Luis Gomez, and they're going to send him to the line as he got fouled on the putback. We got some Gomez's down there doing work on the boards now.
That'll be the 4th rebound for Luis, and he heads to the line.
Shout out to Debbie Vance, who's out there listening as well. We appreciate you. Got a lot of listeners, and we definitely appreciate you guys. As Luis Gomez misses the first one, he's going to go back for one more. 6:31 to go, 1-point game. Eunice leads by 1. Gomez back at the line. His next one rattles around, and it goes in. So Luis gets on the board with his first points. Pecos wasted no time. They're already back the other way. There's a run-out steal by Ashton Thompson, and as he goes up, his shot gets deflected out of bounds, and so Eunice will get it right under their basket.
Good hustle from Thompson to realize that that ball had gone into the back court, and Pecos had no Eunice Cardinal had touched it. Had a run at it.
Gomez, they throw it into him real high. He misses the chip shot at the front of the rim, and here comes Pecos back the other way. Hyan Castro out there guarding the ball. They swing it over to the left side. Now into the hands of Ragland. He's with it near the top of the key. Heads with that left-hand dribble down to the left side. They get it back to Bustos. Bustos shoots the mid-range from the elbow and sinks it. And we've got a tie ball game, 18-18, and then Eunice threw it right away. Bustos with it again, and he traveled. That's going to be a turnover on Pecos, and Eunice got away with one there.
They did. 6 turnover for Pecos, and Eunice just needs to take a deep breath. Might not be a terrible idea right now for Coach Mason McBee to take a 30 and just kind of try and settle things out.
Settle down and play basketball, boys.
Eunice throws it into Hyan Castro. He dribbles across the timeline over here to the left side. Comes off the pick. Now he's trying to get it down low. They had the mouse in the house, but now they've switched. Thompson with it out near the top of the key, heads over to his right side, kicks it out into the corner to Castro. Castro pulls for the mid-range, and he sinks it. The junior Hyan Castro gets on the board with 2. 5:33 to go here in the first half, 20-18. Eunice leads by 2. Gonzalez kicks it back to Ragland. They throw it down to a cutting Bustos, who lays it in for 2. Armando Bustos came in as a sub, and he's got 4 points already, and we got a tie ball game. Gomez drops it over to Castro. Castro kicks it out to the corner to Luis. Luis steps into a 3, and Luis Gomez, the long 6'4" frame, but he knocks down the 3. 5:05 to go. Eunice leads by 3 here in the second quarter. Pecos back the other way. Working it around the top is Valencia. Over to now Gonzalez, who dribbles near the top of the key, kicks it out to Ragland. Ragland's three is up. It's no good. And Pecos going to come away with the rebound, and then they're going to call Gomez for the foul down there low. And Eunice struggling on this end to rebound. Doing a great job on this end. It's like both teams are doing good offensively on the rebound, and neither team's rebounding defensively.
Yeah, it's not something that you normally see. Usually one team's better on the glass, but they're pretty even as Quintana to the line.
His first shot is up, and it's going to go in. Adrian Quintana. And so he has some subs coming in. Jose Calvillo comes in for Eunice. Jorge Gomez steps off. Trying to see, as I've mentioned multiple times, those black with green numbers for Pecos where we're at, they're hard to read for me. That next shot is up and in by Quintana, and we got a 1-point ball game, 23-22, Eunice leads. Pecos in the full court pressure. Thompson swings it over to Garcia. It was deflected away. Pecos comes away with it, running through the paint, throwing up a shot, and they're going to give him the continuation and call the foul on Garcia. That's going to send Pecos to the line with a 1-point lead here. 4:37 to go in the first half. Eunice 23, Pecos 24.
And all that just triggered right there by that full court pressure. Eunice not able to get through it, turned it over, and then Quintana gets the and one opportunity.
And he steps back to the line. He just made the first two, and now he makes that one. So that's a 3-point play for him. Eunice quickly throws it in. Eunice trailing by 2 here. Thompson gives it to Garcia, now to Gomez. Gomez going to pump fake. He thought about the three, swings it cross court, has it stolen away, but Thompson steals it back. They throw it down low to Castro. He kicks it out to Luis. Luis runs through the middle, kicks it over to Garcia, who shoots the three. His three rattles around. It won't go. Pecos loses the rebound out of bounds. Going to be Eunice ball under our basket.
And Quintana was thinking he was going to get more pressure from the Eunice player, and he was ready to start covering up and fighting for it, and realized he was all by himself and couldn't handle it.
Yep. And now there's a discussion down there. They're going to give the ball to, they were going to give it to Pecos for a minute. It was clearly only a Pecos player there.
Oh, yeah.
And the Pecos fans booing here. The Boo Birds are out. I thought it was definitely the right call. Thompson with the ball. Up near the top of the key on the right side. Throws it cross court to Garcia. Garcia now on the left wing. Skips it cross court to Hein Castro. Thompson comes off the pick. Kicks it out to Luis Gomez, who steps into a three. It won't go. It goes out of bounds. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Eunice trails by 2, and the nerves are kind of starting to show. Gonzalez going to swing it up top to Valencia. He's going to bring it up. Kicks it into Bustos. They swing it all the way to the left wing. Spinning through is Pecos. They try to throw it down low. A stolen away by Kevin Garcia.
He just happened to be down low down there.
That's right. Thompson now pushing it up toward the top of the key. He's going to stop and shoot for 3. It rattles around. It won't go. Battle for the rebound by Pecos. Here comes Pecos, and now it's stolen away by Ashton Thompson. And then Ashton throws it away. It's stolen by number 14, Quintana, who lays it in for 2. And Pecos now leads by 4. 3:20 to go, and Eunice throws it away again. Pecos back the other way, into the corner. A shot is up. It won't go. Rebounded by Jose Calvillo. Calvillo kicks it out to the right side to Garcia. That was a dangerous pass there.
Dangerous pass.
Luis Gomez gives it back to Garcia. Garcia throws it to Calvillo. Calvillo spins around, runs through the middle, throws up a double clutch shot off the glass. Jose Calvillo for 2. 2-point game. Under 3 minutes to go. Pecos with the ball, and they waste no time as Bustos pulled from the corner. His 3 won't go. Rebounded by Luis Gomez. And here come the Cardinals back the other way. Calvillo's going to pick his dribble up near the top of the key. They give it to Thompson. He throws up a 3, and it goes in. Ashton Thompson with a deep 3. 2:29 to go, 28-27. Eunice takes the lead back, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Pecos, Eunice leads 28-27 with 2:24 to go in the first half.
2:24 remaining. We're back in 30 seconds as Eunice Cardinal playoff basketball continues on Cool 95.7.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, Auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance, Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
Rio Rancho Event Center. It is Eunice 28, Pecos 27, 2:24 remaining in the first half of this 2A quarterfinal matchup. With the call, here's Jimmy Jones.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a barn burner on our hands. Shout out to Elma and the Romero family, Jackie Miller, Leanne Reeves, and all the girls down at Debbie's. We appreciate you guys listening. Jared Gladden as well. Here comes Pecos out of the timeout, running through the middle. They're going to throw up a double clutch off the glass, and they're going to call Luis Gomez for the foul, and they're going to have a chance for the and one. Trying to see that number. Is that Valencia?
That's Encinitas, number 10.
Encinitas, 10. Okay.
So he gets to go for three the old-fashioned way. Luis going to pick up his first personal, third team foul on Eunice.
So Brandon Encinitas going to go to the line. Pecos leads by 1, 28-29. Encinitas at the line. He spins it around. His first shot is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Maddox Mata, and he kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson dribbles over into the corner, skips it all the way out to Hyan Castro. Back over into the top corner to Thompson. Thompson with the three, and Ashton Thompson is on fire here. He's keeping the Cardinals in the ball game.
14 points for Thompson.
That's right. Eunice now leads 31-29. A shot quick back the other way by Pecos, rebounded by Calvillo, and here comes Eunice. Thompson with it, crosses through, heads down the middle, throws up a floater, it won't go. Battle for the rebound into the hands of Pecos, and Pecos has got the snowbird all the way at the other end. Dropping it into the middle, a pump fake, a shot is up, and it goes in by number 22. That's Gonzalez. 31-31, 1:30 to go here in the first half. Man, Calvillo just ripped that ball away from a defender. Thompson coming back the other way, shooting a three, and he sinks another one. Ashton Thompson is on fire. 34-31 after another three from Thompson.
And that's what we need. We need Thompson to be on fire.
Pecos with it. Gonzalez swings it all the way cross court. That is Encinitas. He runs through the middle, kicks it up top to Gonzalez. Cross court to Ragland. He pump fakes, dribbles through the left side, kicks it back up top. A three is up. It goes over the back of the backboard. And they're going to call the turnover there on the ball going out of bounds.
They didn't blow the whistle.
Took them a bit, but they got it right.
A little late whistle.
53 seconds remaining here in the first half. Eunice leads by 3 on the back of Ashton Thompson, who has been unconscious here in the second quarter.
11 points in the second quarter, 9 of them from beyond the arc and 2 from the charity stripe.
Eunice to throw it in. They throw it into Gomez. Now over to Billy Blevins. The ball gets deflected, going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be a turnover on the Cardinals.
12 turnovers for Eunice. Way too many in a game this tight.
And Eunice just seems, a lot of those players seem really tight. They're just not playing their game. Ragland spins down the middle, behind the back, kicks it over into the corner. I thought that was a travel, no call. A shot is up, battling for the rebound, and there's a huge block by Luis Gomez, and Mata comes away with the rebound after all that, and now Eunice pushing it across the timeline.
Just take care of the ball.
Blevins over to the right side, gets it over to Castro. Castro pressured. He gets it over to the left side, picks up his dribble. He's under pressure again. Now he gets it back to Blevins. Blevins gives it to Luis Gomez. Luis Gomez at the top of the key, looks through, drops it to his brother Jorge at the elbow. He's got it. He pump fakes. He gives it to Blevins. Blevins going to pull, shoot the little floater. It won't go, but he gets his own rebound, but he loses it out of bounds.
Couldn't get the handle on it.
And so Blevins got to the rim. The defender started to jump with him and then set to take a charge. I think he thought they were going to, expecting a lot of contact, and he missed the gimme. 3 seconds to go. Pecos throws it in. The clock has never started, and now it runs.
Wow. They're going to let that go?
Man, the clock never started when they threw the ball in. Pecos threw the ball from one end all the way to the other. The clock never started until the person caught it down here, and then when they laid it in, that's going to give Pecos 2 points at the buzzer. I don't even know who scored that.
So it's a 1 point game.
It was Ruiz.
Ruiz for 2. So at the end of the first half, Eunice 34, Pecos 33. We got a barn burner.
We'll be back in 3 minutes for your Eunice Cardinal halftime report. This is Eunice Cardinal State Tournament basketball on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Eunice Sports YouTube channel.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one call oil and gas company.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
Back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center, halftime of the boys' 2A quarterfinal matchup between your Eunice Cardinals and the Pecos Panthers. Our score, Eunice 34, Pecos 33. And to talk about the first half, here's Jimmy Jones.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, the Cardinals have played. They've had some periods where they've played really, really well, but then just in the blink of an eye, they'll be up 6 points, and they'll turn it over 2 or 3 times in a row, lead out, to either some run-out layups or some open knockdown threes.
Be back to even again.
And that's why we're in this position, 34-33. We lead by 1. Maybe that first half will get the jitters and the nerves out of everybody except Ashton Thompson. We want to keep his nerves and jitters right where they are. Young man had 17 points is what I showed in the first half. What did you show him for, TJ?
Yeah, he did. 17 points for Ashton in that first half. He also chipped in 3 rebounds. Rest of the scoring for the Cardinals, 5 points for Kevin Garcia, Luis Gomez with 4 points, Jorge Gomez with 4 points. Then you had 2 points for Jane Castro, 2 points for Jose Calvillo. Leading rebounder was Luis Gomez. He had 5 in that first half. 17 rebounds as a team for the Cardinals. 12 turnovers, though. That's just kind of an ouch for Pecos. Their leading scorer right now is Adrian Quintana. He had 9 in that first half. Lawrence Ragland chipping in 8. Somebody we really weren't even aware that might step up and be able to do something, but he certainly did. Pecos in that first half with 9 rebounds. They go 4 of 6 from the charity stripe and outscored Eunice actually in that second quarter 20-19. But, of course, Eunice with the 2-point lead going into the second holds on to the 1-point lead at half.
Yeah, something that I noticed late in that second quarter, I noticed Ashton Thompson, after he knocked down one of those threes, ran about 3/4 of the way down the floor, put his hands on his knees, and was motioning to the bench, and they got him a sub over there. Looking at the minutes, he played more minutes than anybody except Josh Gonzalez, which is the coach's son for Pecos. Other than that person, Ashton Thompson had the most minutes, and with that full court pressure from Eunice and then the full court pressure from Pecos, it was a running slugfest, and Ashton was tired by the end of that first half.
Well, I don't blame you, Mike. And I'll ask you this from the coaching perspective, Jimmy. We forget that we're over a mile high here in Rio Rancho, and we're not used to the altitude so much.
Yeah.
We don't notice it maybe as much as some places would, but does the altitude make a difference?
It does. It starts. One of the things that I always heard kids say when they came up here, or even when I came up here as a youngster, is your lungs you start having that little burn in your lungs that normally you wouldn't have. Even if your legs and arms and everything are in good shape and your lungs are used to sucking wind, you start to kind of get that burn, and your legs feel like they're burning, and you just, if you're not used to it, if you haven't acclimated, it can definitely come back and bite you for sure. And so, when you come up here and you play teams that are used to playing in this elevation or even higher, then they definitely have that little bit of an advantage. There's no doubt about it.
Well, and, Lee County teams have done a great job over the years acclimating to that. And, once, you've got the chance to go kind of catch your breath, rehydrate a little bit, and come out for the second half. Pecos playing at that higher altitude, and, they're going to come out with their hair on fire. And, we talked about it, multiple times here, but Pecos is the defending state champ. They've been here. They are not afraid of the moment. So Eunice just has to come out, and they've got to keep their foot on the gas, in my opinion, and make them think, yeah, you may be the defending state champs, but that was last year. We're here. It's our time this year.
It's our turn.
Yeah, and they've been here. They've been champs 4 years in the last 6 or 7. So
yeah, a bunch.
And they've been there several times outside of those years. So yeah, you're right. I mean, they're used to this. So Eunice is going to have to come out and kind of take the wind out of their sails. The last thing that we want, being the 2-7 matchup, is to let them hang around and have that last second chance, or even worse, to make a run on us and get way ahead and push it away like they did last year when we were up here.
Yeah, you don't want to see that at all. So the Cardinals, with their work cut out, especially guys like Braylon Jeter, haven't seen him yet, and Maddox Mott out. They're only in limited usage in that first half. So we've still got some weapons on the bench.
Yeah, Jeter is the largest player on our team, and he hasn't been out there yet. I'm assuming, I can only assume what the coaching staff's thinking is, with this fast pace like it's been, that maybe they're worried about, that situation. I would tell you he would be a huge asset down there on the glass, though.
Oh, yeah.
And under the
he fills a hole down there.
Oh, man, he's a wide body, long body, gets rebounds, tough to get shots over. He would be a tough one for them to deal with. We mentioned it in our pregame talking about these two teams. Pecos lives and dies off of their defense, creating turnovers and run out, and then that transition kick out for 3. And, I would guess transition points, they've got to have us big here today. I don't know that our breakdown shows that they give us, but anyway, to me,
here at the event center, they don't give us that breakdown. So
to me, we've got to take care of the basketball. If we'll settle down and take care of the ball, with the exception of those run out layups off turnovers, we're the better team so far today.
Well, absolutely. Here's just a quick other stat that was provided here at the event center. Right now, Pecos is shooting under 40%. They're shooting 39% from the field, while Eunice is shooting 48% of the field. We need to pick that up, get it over 50-50, but Pecos is going to be looking to get theirs over 50% too, and that could be a difference later in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I agree. While we've got just a quick second, we've got about 1:15 on the clock. I want to shout out to Sarah Reeves and Chloe Jones. Those two young ladies are being recognized by the NMAA this year. Both are getting scholarships provided by the NMAA and by the NMAA Foundation. Chloe will receive her scholarship this week, Saturday, during halftime of the 5A Girls State Championship game. So we've got our fingers crossed. We're cheering for Hobbs and the Hobbs Lady Eagles. We'd like to be standing out there with her in the center court during the halftime of the Hobbs girls games. Sarah chose to get hers during the presented during the state track meet this year. So congratulations to those two young ladies being recognized by the NMAA with scholarships.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Congratulations, ladies. And
sometimes we forget
sports and academics.
Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes we forget what the important thing is here, and that's education and getting kids to school or to whatever it is they want to do in life, and using these sports and the lessons that you learn in them to make you a better person and to kind of grow you as a human, learn teamwork, discipline,
a lot of valuable lessons here and in the classroom. You're right.
So here we go. Both teams run out onto the floor. The clock's going to strike 0 on the time for the half, and we're getting ready to go. Ashton Thompson and the Cardinals are going to throw it in. Thompson gives it to Garcia. Garcia cross court to Luis Gomez. Luis puts the ball on the floor, heads over to the right side, now near the top of the key. Swings over, picks it up, gets it to Billy Blevins. Billy Blevins up high near half court. He dribbles down, thought about giving it to Jorge Gomez and gives it to Thompson instead. Thompson with a bounce pass down to Jorge. Jorge kicks it out to Luis. Luis back to Jorge on the block. He spins, turns around, and lays it in. They call him for the travel.
Yeah, he took a little stutter step out there, and the ref right on top of it said, nope, that's not allowed.
Can't do that, right?
Another turnover for the Cardinals. 34-33 is your score. 7.5 minutes to go. Pecos coming quickly back the other way. Running through the middle, dropping it off to Gonzalez. He's going to head through the paint, kicks it out on the right side. I believe that was Quintana. His three was no good. Rebounded by Luis Gomez. And here comes the Cardinals. Thompson with it, gives it to Luis. Luis puts it on the floor, heads through the paint, pump fakes, throws one up off the glass. Luis Gomez for 2. The Cardinals lead by 4. 7 minutes to go in the third. Pecos wasted no time, coming back quickly. They got the ball in the paint. They kicked it out. It ends up in the hands of Ragland out on the right wing. He's trying to get it down to his post man, and he does. The ball gets deflected away, stolen by Ashton. Ashton Thompson running down the right side. One-hand pass over to Blevins on the left wing. Blevins loses the ball, had it knocked away from him, and here comes Pecos. Gonzalez with the mid-range. His won't go. It gets deflected around. They come away with the rebound. He gets his own, and he puts that one in from the front of the rim. Josh Gonzalez now with 5. 6:22 to go here in the third. Eunice pushing it the other way, gets it ahead to Luis Gomez, who goes off the glass. The bank is open as he quickly sinks it back the other way. Eunice back to a 3-point lead. 6:10 to go in the third. Crossing over between his legs, back and forth. Swinging it to Gonzalez as Pecos. Now it's up near the top of the key, all the way to the right side. Crossing over down the right side, throwing up a floater, and it goes in, and I can't tell the number.
That was Gonzalez again.
Looked like possibly a Gonzalez, so here comes Eunice back the other way. Garcia with a double clutch, rocking the cradle, lays it off the glass with a spin. And Pecos wastes no time coming back the other way. A block by Jorge Gomez. I think they're going to call him for the foul.
Looked like a good block, but he might have got a little hand on him. We'll see.
So that'll just be his second personal, first team foul on Eunice, but it puts Pecos at the line.
And so that is Gonzalez. He steps in there, trying to figure out who Green Shoes is, and he rattles that first one in. That's Josh Gonzalez. He makes that one. I believe Green Shoes is going to be 23. That's Kevin Vigil. So I'm going to make me a little green shoe by his.
You got a green crayon over?
And Gonzalez makes the next one.
It's a 1-point game.
40-39. Eunice leads by 1. 5:35 to go in the third. Eunice, Blevins with it. Heads down the right side. Kicks it ahead to Thompson. Thompson runs through the middle. Drops it to Blevins. Had it knocked away. And here comes Pecos running the other way. And then running out of bounds was Pecos, and they weren't going to call anything, and then the other official from the far back called it.
Yeah, a little bit on the slowness of the whistle there, but Eunice dodges a bullet right there.
So Eunice against the full court pressure from Pecos. Garcia gets it to Thompson. Thompson flips it back. It got deflected away, but Gomez gets it. He gives it back to Thompson, who's going to pull for three. His three gets partially deflected. I thought it goes out of bounds.
Yep.
They're going to say nobody touched it and say it's an air ball turnover for the Cardinals.
16 turnovers now for the Eunice Cardinals, only up by 1, 5 minutes remaining in the third.
40-39 is the score. Pecos the other way. Ragland, pump fake, spins around, tries to back him down, then kicks it out into the left corner to Vigil. He throws up a shot, won't go high, rebound by Billy Blevins. Blevins gets the rebound, then gets it to Gomez. Gomez gives it back to Blevins. Blevins throws it ahead to Gomez, who gives it back to him again. So now you've got Billy in the front court, going to set the offense. He picked his dribble up, gets it over to Garcia. Garcia closely guarded there, trying to make some space. He's going to get called, and he has it taken away by Pecos. He was turned around eyeballing the official, no call, and here comes Pecos with 4:20 to go in the third. Quickly back the other way. Gonzalez shot is up. It's no good. Garcia down there battling. The rebound's going to be a jump ball. The arrow goes Pecos' way. 4:16 to go here in quarter number 3. Eunice leads 40-39, 1 point lead. Pecos going to throw it in right under their own basket, trying to get it in. They throw it up top to Ragland. He gives it right back to Gonzalez in the corner, who sinks the three. Josh Gonzalez for three. Pecos now with a 2-point lead.
12 points for Gonzalez. He has come out to play. He's got 9 here in the quarter.
Blevins with it out on the left wing. Drops it down to Garcia at the free throw line. He runs through the middle, gives it over to Gomez, and then they're going to call a foul as Jorge was trying to gather to go up there.
Almost too many passes right there as Kevin had the open look but decided to pass it off, and that's okay. They will whistle that one, I believe, on Gomez, so that'll be his first personal and the first team foul.
Thompson pulls for three. It won't go. Rebounded by Gonzalez of Pecos, and here comes Pecos running the other way. A shot is up. They're going to call Luis for the block. He hadn't got his feet down there yet.
Still moving.
And so that's going to send Pecos to the line. How many fouls is that on Luis?
That's his third. No, that's his second now. He's got 2 and Jorge's got 2, at least by my record keeping.
I was going to say, when you've got Jorge and Luis, one's 3-2, one's 2-3, sometimes they run together. So at the line is Pecos. The first shot is up. It's no good. What number is that? Can you tell? Is that Holton?
I believe that's Holton, yeah.
So Holton misses the first, and he's going to go back to the line for his second. Pecos with a 2-point lead, and he makes that one. Pecos with a 3-point lead. We had a whistle. Oh, we got a sub. Okay, so Holton's going to step out. And coming into the ball game is Xavier Valencia. And so Eunice with the ball almost threw it away right there. Hein Castro gives it back to Blevins. Blevins with it, gets it down to Jorge Gomez, who gives it back to Billy. Billy runs through the middle, throws up a floater off the glass. It won't go. Rebounded by Pecos, and here comes the Panthers. They get it in the hands of Ragland, who gives it to Gonzalez in the corner. His shot won't go. Rebounded by Billy Blevins. Blevins hasn't been able to get going yet. We could sure use him. Garcia with it near the half-court line. Runs through, gives it to Luis. Luis closely guarded out here on the right side. Spins, tries to float it to his brother. It gets taken away. And then there's going to be a timeout on the floor by Pecos as they get the steal. Eunice with another turnover. 3:06 to go in the third. Eunice trails 40-43.
We're back in 30 seconds on Cool 95.7.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice.
Out back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center, the Cardinals trailing the Panthers 43-40 with the call. Here's Jimmy Jones.
Yeah, it's been one heck of a battle here. The Cardinals trying to hang into this game. They've got 18, is that what you said, turnovers?
18 turnovers, yeah.
With 3 minutes remaining in the third. Very un-Eunice-like, but very Pecos-like. This is what they do. Eunice is going to have to take care of that ball the last few minutes. So here comes Pecos out of the timeout. They get the ball into the hands of Ragland, who gets an open three. His three won't go. A rebound and a putback by Pecos won't go. A rebound by Eunice. Blevins tried to force it off the legs of a Pecos player, and they end up back with it. Gonzalez for Pecos runs through the middle, and he's going to travel, and they call the travel turnover on Pecos.
12th turnover for the Panthers.
We needed that.
Give it back to Eunice. Now's not the time to panic, but you've got to find a way to get the offense working.
Ashton Thompson had been out for a bit, getting a breather. They're going to take Garcia out, put Ashton back in. Ashton trying to get the ball inbounds, gets it into Hyan Castro. Castro going to dribble over toward his left side, closely guarded. They're trying to deny Thompson. They've got him there to face guard him on the backside. Castro over to the left side. He beats his man, heads down the middle, throws one up off the glass. No call on the contact, which was probably good for the Cardinals. Hyan Castro draws the Cardinals back within one, 42-43. Here comes Gonzalez and the Panthers back the other way. Gonzalez dribbles over into the right corner, picks up his dribble, kicks it up to Ragland. Ragland with it near the top of the key, guarded by Blevins. He's going to drop it off up top to Valencia. Heads down the middle, double clutch, throws up a shot off the glass, won't go. Ball gets deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be last touch by Pecos. Eunice ball. 2:01 to go here in the third. Eunice going to throw it in after the missed shot and deflected rebound.
A lot of contact.
Trying to get it in is Castro. He gets it in, and they're going to call the 5-second call on the turnover. Another turnover for the Cardinals.
That's number 20. Ouch.
2 minutes to go here in the third. Eunice trails by one. Pecos gets it in. They're looking down low. They get it down low, and then Pecos throws it away. Another turnover.
That'll help us.
Whew. It's going to be a battle of who can turn it over less here in the next 9 minutes or 10 minutes.
Eunice trailing by 1 point, 43-42. Pecos is in the lead.
Castro throws it over to Thompson. Thompson going to push it up the floor. He goes behind his back, heads over toward the top of the key, drops a beautiful pass to Luis. Luis loses it down low, a turnover Cardinals, and here comes Pecos. A partial block there by Gomez. That was Jorge Gomez with the partial block. Luis Gomez comes away with the rebound. Hyan Castro tries to fire it off the legs of a player, and they've called a timeout. Eunice did, and the Pecos fans thought it was a turnover again. And it almost was.
Almost.
Coach McBee getting that just in the nick of time. With 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's Pecos 43, Eunice 42. We're back in 60 seconds on Cool 95.7.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center out of the Cardinal timeout. Eunice basketball, 1:34 to go in the third. With the call, here's Jimmy Jones.
Yeah, man, it's been one heck of a battle so far. Eunice just turning the ball over too much. 1:30 to go in the third. Eunice with the ball. That's Ashton. He's going to run over the top of the key. Kicks it over to Luis Gomez in the corner. Gomez's three is up. It's no good. Rebounded and put back by Billy Blevins. Comes up big when we needed him.
His fifth rebound, his first points.
Back the other way is Pecos. Quickly back the other way. Ragland going to run through the paint. Pulls up on one leg and splashes one in. Ragland with the one-leg jumper.
And he's got 10 now for Pecos.
And here comes Eunice back the other way. Hyan Castro going to go right down the paint. Throws up a left-handed floater. It goes off the glass. Off the rim. Won't go. Rebounded by Gonzalez and Pecos. Pecos back the other way. Pump fake near the top of the keys. Ragland, he's going to run down the middle. Kicks it out to the left wing. They end up all the way back into the hands on this side of Vigil. Vigil runs down the paint, throws up a shot. They're going to call the charge on Vigil. The Pecos fans aren't going to like it, but if you're a Cardinal fan, you do.
I love it. Great call, Ref.
Third personal on Vigil. That'll be the second team foul on Pecos and their 14th turnover.
38 seconds remain here in the third. We got a 1-point game. Pecos leads by 1 against the number 2 seed Eunice Cardinals, battling for their life here. Eunice going to throw it in. Coming into the game is Maddox Mata. Ashton Thompson's going to go take a seat. Eunice throws it in. They get it into Blevins. Blevins going to need to just bring it up, I believe. He goes between the legs, crosses over between the legs again. Heads over to the left side, looking down low. He swings it up top to Hyan Castro, who's going to shoot the three, and he sinks it. Hyan Castro knocks down an NBA range three from behind the NBA line with 20 seconds to go, gives Eunice a 2-point lead. Back the other way is Ragland, kicking it out into the corner to Gonzalez, who comes back and answers. Joshua Gonzalez with 3, and we got a shootout. 7 seconds to go. Thompson with it. Throws it off the hands of a Pecos player. He jumped into the air and got stuck. 47-48, 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Eunice ball. Whew. Hyan Castro going to throw it in for the Cardinals. They put Braylon Jeter in finally. They need to get him in more. He's down here on the paint on this far end. Eunice going to have to throw it in. They do. They get it in. Throwing a shot up was Blevins. At the buzzer is Jeter, and it won't go. And at the end of 3, we got a 1-point ball game. Pecos 48, Eunice 47.
Back for the fourth quarter, 1 minute from now, as Eunice Cardinal playoff basketball continues on Cool 95.7.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!" Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
The Rio Rancho Event Center, 8 minutes to decide this 2A quarterfinal game with Charlie Fairbrush. I'm TJ Miracle. Eunice basketball. Here's Jimmy Jones.
So Eunice to throw it in right here at the timeline to start the fourth, and we throw it away. A turnover by Eunice, spinning through the middle, a double clutch, and laying it in was Gonzalez.
And that's not how we wanted to start off the fourth quarter.
17 points for Gonzalez and 3 the old-fashioned way now.
He's going to get the and one. And that one hurts right here with 7:55 to go in the fourth. Eunice now trails by 3, 47-50.
We got
4 subs coming in for Eunice. Looks like the original starting 5 is back on the floor for the Cardinals. Eunice trails by 3. Going to the line is Gonzalez. He has absolutely lit us up at this point. He's got 17 points, and he makes that one, so now he's got 18.
And we're down by 4.
Eunice to throw it in. They get it to Gomez, and Gomez throws it off his own player.
Oh, they're saying Eunice ball.
And the Pecos faithful not happy about it, right there in the neighborhood. And I guess they're going to say that it came off of Chavez, so Eunice gets a break.
I usually call a spade a spade. I like it when we get a break, and we got one there for sure, because that should have probably been Pecos ball. Eunice to throw it in. They get it into Luis Gomez. He reverse pivots, looking toward the basket. He's going to beat I had his man beat off the dribble, but he lost it for a minute. He gets it to Jorge, who gives it back to him. Luis's shot won't go, and they're going to call Jorge, I believe, down low.
Yep, they're going to get him for the push foul, and that'll be his third personal, second team foul on the Cards.
7:42 to go here in the game. Eunice trails by 4. Pecos with the ball under the full court pressure from Eunice. Eunice in the full court man, trying to run and jump, but Pecos does a good job of keeping that ball spread out, and then that ball was stolen away for a minute. It's on the floor, still on the floor. Now it's picked up, and now they're going to call a timeout, I think.
No, I think they're going to they're going to call Gomez, Luis, for his third personal. They're going to get him on a push.
Oh, wow. Man, yeah, they do. They give him the third. 7:30 to go here in the ball game. 47-51 is the score. and that one hurts.
And Luis needs to be a little bit careful. He's getting a little emotional down there, and he looked like he said something. The ref, they are not supposed to give him any leeway on that. He warned him. He could have teed him up real quick.
Yeah, we saw some of that yesterday in the Hobbs game that caused some problems as well. Pecos to inbound it, they do. Oh, and then they're going to call Jorge for the block down here as he went up, got the block. They call him with the body, and that'll be 4. Is that right?
And that is his 4th as Vigil goes to the line. He had the room.
They said 3.
3, okay, so there must be somebody I miswrote down earlier, which happens.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. I like 3 a lot better now than 4.
Definitely.
So at the line is Vigil. His first shot is up, and it goes in. Luis Vigil, I've got him now with 3 points. 47-52, 7:28 to go in the ball game. Pecos leading by 5 here in what's been an absolute slugfest so far. Back at the line is Kevin Vigil. His next one is up, and it goes in. That's 4 points for that young man. It's going to be Eunice ball. They're trying to get Ashton Thompson open. He gives it right back to Garcia. He's telling Garcia to just bring it down the floor. Ashton's going to run down over here on the right side. Garcia going to come off the pick from Gomez. He throws up a floater, and it goes in. We need him to get going again or somebody. Kevin Garcia draws us back within 4. 7-11. It's time for a big gulp.
Big gulp. And another turnover is what we need.
Ragland kicks it over into the left side to Gonzalez. His shot is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Luis Gomez, and then he kicks it out to Garcia. Garcia going to push it up the left side into the hands of Blevins. Blevins going to shoot for 3, and he didn't go. And rebound Pecos, and here comes Pecos quickly back the other way. 6:45 to go in the ball game. Into the hands left side of Vigil. His 3 is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Kevin Garcia, and he gets knocked to the floor, and it'll be a foul on Pecos. Eunice ball. 6:39 to go in the ball game, trailing by 4.
5th rebound for Garcia. They're going to get Josh Gonzalez for his 2nd personal. That is just the first team foul in the quarter, though, on Pecos.
So they're face guarding Thompson, and what we've done to alleviate that, I guess, is we just send him down here.
Yeah.
And I say we figure out a way to get the ball in his hands would be my guess. Here comes Blevins. Blevins going to cross over near the top of the key. Now he gives it to Thompson up near the elbow. He comes off the pick, floats it down to Gomez. Gomez loses the handle on the drop pass, and it's a turnover Cardinals. Ragland with the ball, swings it cross court, gives it up top to Gonzalez. Gonzalez going to swing back around, spins, heads down the paint. Now he stops, reverse pivots, looking for somebody to give it to. It ends up in the hands of Vigil. He kicks it out all the way cross court into the hands of Quintana. Quintana now backs up near the timeline, hands off to Gonzalez. Into the hands of 13, I believe that is Ragland. Ragland's going to back him up. They look like they're running some clock to me, and they're going to call Gomez for the hand check, and that's going to be 4. So now we've got 2 Gomez's with 4.
5:52 remaining here in the ball game. Eunice trailing by 4 is going to need to find something here pretty quick, and that was the 5th team foul on Eunice too, and so Pecos is shooting free throws.
Cardinals in a bit of a pickle here, trailing by 4, 5:52, and Ragland misses the first. Back to the line is Ragland. He'll have a chance at another. Eunice trails by 4 here. Midway or almost midway through the 4th quarter. That next one is up, and it is good. Ragland makes that one. So Eunice getting the full court pressure again. Garcia gives it to Blevins, who gives it back to Garcia. He runs through the middle, throws up a shot, won't go. The battle for the rebound comes away with Pecos, and here comes Pecos. And I just saw the coach give him the slow down signal. They're going to run some clock. They're giving him the circle and telling him to run some clock. 5:30 to go here in the ball game. Eunice trails by 5. Pecos with it. That's Ragland. He pump fakes, runs through the middle, backs it out. Now he's just running clock again. Crosses over. He's guarded by Luis. They give it to Gonzalez in the corner, who shoots the 3. It won't go. High rebound by Jorge Gomez. He gives it to Luis, who hands off to Kevin Garcia. 5:10 to go in the ball game. Garcia flips it over to Ashton Thompson. Ashton goes behind his back out on the left wing, heads down through the middle, and they're going to call a hand check on Ragland, I believe. Oh, they call it on 10. That's Eunice.
His first personal, just the 2nd team foul, though, on Pecos.
So Eunice still trailing by 5. Luis Gomez floats it down low to Jorge. Jorge turns and drops it in. That's what we need. Take advantage of the size down low. Jorge Gomez draws the Cardinals back within 3. 4:50 to go in the ball game. Gonzalez with it out in the right corner. Spins. He's guarded by Jorge. He's going to run. Flips it out backwards to Ragland, all the way cross court to 14. That's Quintana, who's going to hand it off to Valencia. Now back into the hands of Ragland. Ragland crosses over, heads down toward the top of the key, reverse pivots, goes back through the paint. Now he picks up his dribble, kicks it up top. Pecos going to reset. All the way over in the right wing to Gonzalez. Gonzalez spins, he heads down the paint, lays it in off the glass. Joshua Gonzalez has now I got him at 20 points.
Yeah, that's his 20th point of the ball game. He has torn us to shreds in this second half.
4:05 to go here in the ball game. Eunice trails by 5. Garcia. They call him for the 10-second violation. By the time he got right at midcourt, they blow the whistle. It's going to be another turnover on the Cardinals. 4:02 to go in the ball game. They trail by 5.
24 turnovers now for Eunice, and 5 points ties the biggest deficit of the ball game. Need to pick up the defense, see if they can get a steal, and see if they can get this back in the right direction.
Pecos throws the ball in, ends up in the hands of Ragland. Ragland up near the top of the key, guarded by Garcia. He's going to back it up, kick it over to Gonzalez in the right corner. Gonzalez comes off the pick, drops it back to Ragland. Back to Gonzalez. He pump fakes, throws the ball away, and Eunice is going to grab it. That's Ashton Thompson. He runs down the middle, throws up a little double clutch floater. It won't go. They kick it out on the rebound to Luis Gomez. His shot won't go, and Pecos comes away with the rebound. We needed 2 there at least. 3:30 to go in this ball game. Eunice trails by 5. Pecos trying to back out and reset. Ragland guarded by Gomez. They flip it over into the hands of Valencia. Valencia runs over to the right side, double clutches, hands off. All the way back to Ragland, and now they're going to kick it back up top to Valencia. He crosses over, heads over to the left side. That's Gonzalez. And then there's a timeout on the floor. 3:04 to go here in quarter number 4, 51-56. We got a timeout.
And we'll be back in 1 minute as Eunice Cardinal State Tournament basketball continues on KLEA Hobbs Lovington Eunice Cool 95.7.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go number 5. As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
4 remaining in regulation. The Pecos Panthers leading the Eunice Cardinals 56-51. Back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center, Pecos basketball, and with the call, here's Jimmy Jones.
So Pecos to inbound it right in front of their own bench. They throw it all the way back over in front of the Eunice bench. Coming through the left side, crossing over half court and flipping it over to Ragland. Ragland with it out here near the left side, up near the half court line. They flip it all the way back into the hands, I believe that is of Ragland. Ragland running down the paint, and then he got hammered. And Eunice players kind of looking around like, who'd we hit? They hammered him for sure.
I think maybe 3 or 4 of them.
They're going to get it on Castro, his second personal, and Pecos is in the double bonus. So Ragland heads to the line to shoot 2.
So Ragland will step up there. It's another one of their young men that's had a pretty dang good game here today for sure. And he misses the first, so maybe I jinxed him.
1 of 3.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Shout out to Belia Leyva, Natalie Lane, Ivan Zamora. We appreciate you guys listening. 2:42 to go in this ball game. Eunice trails 51-56, and then Ragland makes the second.
12 points for that young man.
Eunice struggling to get the ball in. They throw it up to Gomez. Gomez gives it back to Garcia. Garcia pushing it up the floor. Garcia heads over to the right side, flips it over to Thompson. We've got Thompson with it on the right wing. He runs to the elbow, throws up a floater. His floater doesn't touch anything. Pecos with the rebound. That's Ragland. And now they're going to walk it up the floor with 2:20 to go. Eunice trails 51-57, and the Panthers are starting to taste it. They are running clock.
You're still only 2 possessions down. You've got to start applying some pressure here.
Ragland with it, hands off, over out there on that right wing to Valencia. Valencia going to back it up, crosses over, flips it over to Ragland. Ragland now going to back up to the half-court line, and he's going to flip it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez going to beat his man off the dribble, drops a bounce pass on the backside, and they call the foul on Jorge Gomez. That's going to be number 5 on Jorge Gomez. The Cardinals' body language at this point does not look good.
And so Jorge will foul out of this ballgame. 6 points and 4 rebounds. But that's a tough loss for the Eunice Cardinals, as now Quintana to the line. Quintana 3 of 3 from the stripe.
So Coach McBee said he wanted a timeout, I thought. And they haven't given it yet. Now they are, and I thought I saw that he signaled for the full
timeout.
So we got a full timeout. Eunice trails 51-57, 1:53 to go in the ball game.
We're back in 1 minute on Cool 95.7.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Cardinal timeout. Pecos at the free throw line with a 6-point lead. 1:53 remaining in regulation. With the call, Jimmy Jones.
So 1:53 to go. And after that first free throw was made, who is that shooting free throws?
Quintana.
So Quintana makes the first.
That gives him 10 points in the game.
And that's 58-51 is the score, and he'll have a shot at another, and he makes that one as well. So Eunice down 8 with just under 2 minutes to go. They're going to have to make something happen here for sure, and they're going to have to push the pace a little bit. Luis Gomez brings it across the timeline, reverse pivots, drops a bounce pass over to Hyan Castro, who runs through the middle. He's going to get fouled and go to the line, missed the layup there. And so Eunice will have a chance to take some out of that lead while the clock is stopped. I will add this. When we played in the state championship a handful of years ago, we were up 6 with just over 2 minutes to go and ended up losing. So there's still enough time for the Cardinals to jump back into this. They just got to get their heads up. Hyan Castro makes the first.
Just got to play their game.
And he makes the second. So you got a 6-point ball game, 1:40 to go. Eunice in the full court pressure. Gonzalez with it, brings it across the timeline, and now he's going to back it all the way out, hop around, pump fake a little bit. Now he's going to flip it over to Valencia. Valencia all the way over into the corner to Vigil. Vigil has it stolen away after the deflection by Garcia into the hands of Calvillo, and here comes Hyan Castro and the Cardinals. They just got to go.
Take care of it.
They got to go, too. They can't sit out there and dribble around for the next 30 seconds. They drop it down low to Calvillo. His shot is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Hyan Castro. Battle for the rebound again. Oh.
Oops.
And
they're going to get Calvillo for his second personal on that one.
Calvillo, the center on the Eunice football team, looked like he was running the quarterback keeper out of the shotgun there. And he was going to be that lead blocker from that center position. 59 seconds to go here in this ball game. Eunice trails 53-59.
So it puts Quintana back on the line. He'll get a shot at 2 more.
So back to the line is Adrian Quintana. His first one is up, and it goes off the back of the rim, no good.
And he was 5 of 5 up till that point. So now 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
Eunice got a sub coming in. Calvillo's going to step off, and in comes Melanson.
Well, tough to shoot free throws after the center block wall hits you.
That's probably true.
Runs over you.
So Quintana back to the line. Once again, 59 seconds. He missed that one as well, but he's going to get his own rebound. And then Pecos is going to take a timeout. 55 seconds to go in the ball game. 53-59. Eunice trails by 6.
Well, the Eunice Cardinals with their work cut out for them. A big thanks to all the good folks who make Eunice Cardinal playoff basketball possible here on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. Couldn't do it without the help and support of Lasco Construction, IPS Incorporated, XL Energy, R360, Parker Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Redbird Gas, Guns Up Services, Redbird Garage, Lavelle Insurance, the Eunice Schools, NMR Pipeline, and Cardinal Hardware. From here at the Rio Rancho Event Center, a back-and-forth affair, but right now, Pecos, the defending state champs, is looking to stretch things out. They lead this one 59-53, and they do have the basketball with that 6-point lead. Jimmy, is it going to be incumbent for Eunice, I think, to steal this inbound?
Yeah, going to have to get up there at this point. With the new bonus rules, it makes it tough because you're shooting 2 anyway. But you're going to have to get up there and try to get the steal. If you don't get the steal, I think you got to foul immediately. I just don't think that you can let another 5-10 seconds go and still have a chance to get back in this ball game. So Pecos to throw it in. Eunice in the pressure. They're throwing it in under their own basket. They do get it in. Pecos going to dribble around. That's Gonzalez. He gives it back to Ragland. They're just dribbling. They are dribbling and running clock. They're not looking to do anything but dribble. It's a big dribble contest here. 40 seconds to go in this ball game. Crossing over. Spinning back around the other way and almost stolen by Blevins and Garcia on the backside. But 37 seconds to go.
Yeah, they burned 20 seconds, 18 seconds off the clock right there. So tough for the Cardinals.
In that situation, I think you got to go for that steal. If you don't get it, you got to foul
right away. Well, 50 seconds, not 30.
And turn it into a free throw shooting contest. But, it is what it is. 37 seconds to go here in the fourth. Eunice trails by 6, 59-53. And headed to the line is Pecos. And that first one rattles around and it won't go.
So Valencia missing that one. That stays a 6-point ball game.
And so he'll have another here as he steps back in there, ready to go again. Takes a couple dribbles, spins it around. His next shot is up, and it won't go. Rebounded by Melanson. Melanson gets it to Castro. Castro kicks it ahead to Blevins. Blevins going to pull for 3, and he got fouled on the 3. And it was a pretty good thinking by Blevins as he hustled down, took the 3 and got fouled, and that'll at least get him a chance for 3 points with no time running.
With the clock stopped.
And that's important, though, because if he can get all 3 of these, that will make this a 3-point ball game, 1 possession, so still time.
Yeah, this is huge for Billy. He struggled here today, so this would be big for him, and he sinks the first one. So Blevins drops one in there. And he'll have an opportunity at 2 more. 31 seconds to go in this ball game. It's a 5-point game. And his next one rattles around and falls out. 59-54. 31 seconds to go. Blevins back at the line for one more. Needs this one. Steps up, takes a couple of dribbles. His next one is up, and it goes in. Blevins makes that one, and we've got a timeout on the floor from Eunice. 31 seconds to go. Eunice trails 55-59.
We'll be back in 30 seconds as Eunice Cardinal playoff basketball continues on Cool 95. The Rio Rancho Event Center, the Eunice Cardinals take the timeout, trailing by 4. 31 seconds remaining in this 2A boys quarterfinal game. With Charlie Fairbrush, I'm TJ Miracle, and with the call, here's Jimmy Jones.
We're in we're in the last seconds of this game. 31 seconds to go. Eunice has clawed back in, or pecked their way back in. 55-59. And it's going to be Pecos ball. Eunice going to have to put the full court pressure on them here. I don't think they can let them inbound it and then play defense. If they do that for more than a few seconds, it's going to be a bad day. I think you've got a foul here. If you do not get the steal, I think you got a foul immediately. So Eunice to throw it in. They get it in. Dribbling up is Gonzalez.
They ain't gonna call a foul.
Stepping in. What are they going to call there?
Thompson was trying to get the tie up. And
Man, I thought they had the tie up.
Yeah.
Oh, they gave him a timeout. So they're going to say that Pecos took a timeout there. He did blow a few seconds off the clock, about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So 27 seconds to go in this ball game. Eunice trails 55-59.
The Cardinals still with the pulse, though. 4 seconds running off the clock, a 4-point deficit from here at the Rio Rancho Event Center. This is game one of our doubleheader for this Wednesday from the state tournament. Coming up at 3 o'clock this afternoon from the pit in Albuquerque at UNM. It'll be the Lovington Wildcats taking on the Valley Vikings. Be able to hear that game on the Eunice Sports, or rather, we're on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel, on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and our sister station Z94 KZOR. Again, that'll get underway at 3 from the pit in Albuquerque. And of course, we will have full coverage tomorrow with the Tatum Lady Coyotes and the Hobbs Lady Eagles hitting the hardwood once again. And if Eunice can find a way to come back, they'll be out there tomorrow too.
So Eunice is 27 seconds away from that zeros across the clock. They need to do something quick here. Pecos to inbound it. They do get it inbound. Pecos, or Eunice trying to just trap the ball here. And then Eunice had a steal. They do end up with a steal. They throw it down low, and then they're going to say that Melanson stepped on the line, as Eunice did steal it away, and they threw it to Gomez right under the basket.
They let him burn 8 seconds off the clock, though. Ouch. 25th turnover now for the Cardinals.
55-59, 19 seconds to go. Pecos gets it into Gonzalez. Coming from across the court was Blevins, and he's going to foul Gonzalez out here on the left wing. And so once again, a few more seconds tick off that clock. 16 seconds to go in the ball game. It's a 4-point game, and you'll send Gonzalez to the line.
And Gonzalez is going to be doing everything he can to ice this one with 16 seconds left. He gets both of these. That makes it a 2-possession ball game again. Not quite impossible, but improbable.
And he steps in there, and he makes the first one. I've got him at, is that 21?
21. Yes, sir.
21 points for Gonzalez. Some subs coming in for Pecos. 55-60. It's a 5-point game. His next one's up. It's no good, but Pecos gets their own rebound, and then there's going to be a travel as they slide to the ground, but not before they ran 3 more seconds off the clock.
13 seconds.
So Eunice to inbound it, trailing by 5. They get it into Thompson. Thompson dribbling, heads across the timeline, 9 seconds to go. Thompson going to pull for 3. It won't go. Rebounded back into the hands of Blevins. Blevins going to shoot the 3. It won't go. And your clock is going to reach 0. And the final score here is your number 2 seed Eunice Cardinals go down. Pecos 60, Eunice 55.
We'll be back in 1 minute to wrap this up as Cardinal State Tournament basketball continues on Cool 95.7.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one call oil and gas company.
Back here at the Rio Rancho Event Center as the Eunice Cardinals falling 60-55 to the Pecos Panthers. And with the post-game wrap-up, here's Jimmy and Charlie.
You know, we've watched this team all year long, and they've done an amazing job. It was a fun team to watch. They've done so many great things. They came up here, they came up short, but, you know, I believe that they've put Eunice Cardinal basketball at least back on the map. 2 Elite Eights, I think is what some people call them, quarterfinals in a row. Last year they got beat right here by Pecos in this same game. They did the same thing this year. But, you know, you got to start somewhere when you're building. And I think we've got to a place where we're building and got some good things going. The problem for this Cardinal team is they lose a lot of seniors. So it's going to be interesting.
11 leading the way for the Eunice Cardinals, Ashton Thompson with 17 points in the ball game. He was our only double-digit scorer, but the Cardinals again just coming up a little bit short, and you know things still to build on though.
Yeah, definitely got some work to do. Headed in the right direction. This year looked to be that year where we were going to break that quarterfinal speed bump that's been there for so many years. It's been since 1989 that a Cardinal team made the Final Four, and this team came real close.
And should have had it. Just
anyway,
wasn't meant to be.
Any final thoughts, TJ?
Well, just, you know, a great season. Congratulations to Coach McBee, and best of luck to the seniors as they move on in their lives and careers.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great seniors. We're going to miss them. Another great season here. I'm sure you'll hear from Charlie and I as we proceed forward and do some baseball.
Time for baseball.
Baseball's up and running, and in Cardinal country, it is king. So with that said, for Charlie Fairbrush and TJ Miracle, I'm Jimmy Jones. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the Nucinda Credit Union 2A Boys State Basketball Playoffs. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, everybody.